Imagine being in a situation where you're completely under the influence of someone else, without even realizing it. You're making decisions, taking actions, and forming opinions, all based on the subtle suggestions of a manipulator. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? But the truth is, it's more common than you think. Manipulators are all around us, using their clever tactics to influence our thoughts and actions. And the most disturbing part is, they often do it without us even noticing. My name is Carl Jung, and I'm here to guide you through the dark and twisted world of psychological manipulation. As a renowned psychologist, I've spent years studying the tactics of manipulators, and I'm here to share my knowledge with you. So, let's dive into the world of mind control, and explore the ways in which manipulators can influence our thoughts and actions. From the subtle art of persuasion to the blatant use of coercion, we'll be covering it all. And by the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge and skills to protect yourself from the manipulators and take back control of your mind. One of the most famous examples of mind control is the story of Jim Jones, the cult leader who convinced over 900 people to follow him to Jonestown, where they eventually died in a mass murder-suicide. But what's fascinating about this story is the way in which Jones used psychological manipulation to control his followers. He used tactics such as emotional blackmail, gaslighting, and love bombing to create a sense of loyalty and devotion among his followers. And it's a tactic that's still used today, in all sorts of contexts. As I always say, the greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. But what happens when someone else is controlling your attitude, without you even realizing it? It's a question that's both fascinating and terrifying. Let me share with you a quote from my book, The Psychological Types, where I wrote, "The most dangerous aspect of the manipulator is their ability to make you believe that you're in control, when in reality, you're just a puppet on strings." It's a powerful insight, and one that's essential to understanding the tactics of the manipulators. So, how does this apply to our everyday lives? Well, the truth is, we're all susceptible to manipulation, to some degree. Whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, we've all been in situations where someone has tried to influence our thoughts or actions. And it's not always malicious, either. Sometimes, people manipulate us because they think it's for our own good. But the problem is, when we're being manipulated, we often don't even realize it. We might feel a sense of unease, or discomfort, but we can't quite put our finger on what's wrong. That's why it's essential to develop a sense of self-awareness, and to learn how to recognize the tactics of the manipulators. As the ancient Greek philosopher, Epictetus, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So, the next time you find yourself in a situation where someone is trying to manipulate you, take a step back, and ask yourself, what's really going on here? Are you being influenced by someone else's agenda, or are you making your own decisions? It's a question that's essential to your freedom, and your sanity. So, how can you protect yourself from the manipulators, and take back control of your mind? The first step is to develop a sense of self-awareness, and to become more mindful of your thoughts and emotions. When you're in a situation where someone is trying to influence you, take a step back, and ask yourself, what's really going on here? Are you being manipulated, or are you making your own decisions? The second step is to set clear boundaries, and to communicate them clearly to others. When you know what you want, and what you don't want, you're less likely to be influenced by someone else's agenda. And finally, the third step is to practice assertiveness, and to learn how to say no without feeling guilty. As the Stoic philosopher, Seneca, once said, "The greatest wealth is to live content with little." So, don't be afraid to say no to things that don't align with your values, and don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Your freedom, and your sanity, depend on it. In conclusion, the world of psychological manipulation is a complex and twisted one, full of subtle tactics and clever tricks. But by developing a sense of self-awareness, setting clear boundaries, and practicing assertiveness, you can protect yourself from the manipulators, and take back control of your mind. As I always say, the greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. So, don't let someone else control your attitude, or your thoughts. Take back control, and create the life you want. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on dark psychology, stoicism, and personal growth.